Hi, one of the things that we're pretty excited about related to our Youth in the Mission program is the Youth Council. When we come back each year from the mission, a number of the teenagers volunteer to participate in the year-long council. The purpose is twofold, one of which is to begin to prepare for the following year's mission, at the same time provide a variety of service projects and fundraisers. Several years ago, Richard Schlitt and I decided to more adequately launch the year-long Youth Council. We'd hold a leadership retreat out in Lake Aurora. And so for several years then, we've taken some 30 to 35 youth, and the primary purpose, of course, is to develop a real cohesive unit. And so our youth really know what is expected of them. We have 4 goals. The first is community building, where we really connect with one another, leadership skills so they can effectively guide others in getting involved in leadership projects, authentic living, helping them to become truly the person God created them to be, and of course, service projects. The whole focus of Mission Weeks and all that we do is to be available and serve others.
The weekend for the youth leadership is a wonderful weekend because it helps all of us, not just the youth, but the adults, connect with what their life source is and connect it with love and how they can live that out. And as our focus with Youth on a Mission is service, each one of us has gifts, but when we come together, we help each other discern their gifts, our gifts. It's not a simple process. It is work, but the overall process, we help bring meaning to life.
I originally started with Youth Leadership Council about 3 years ago after my first mission trip. And I started for like the obvious benefits of, just looking great for like future like college resumes and just the chance to help out the community. But after being a part of it for a while, I learned there are several other benefits. One great thing about it is it's just once every month that you can just take a break from everything that's going on around you and just connect with everyone else and on a different level. It's spiritual, it's just a good friendship level too, and you really develop a sense of leadership while you're at these meetings too.
My name's Joe Sutherland. My first trip was in Memphis, Tennessee back in 2008. I'm currently a student at the University of Florida studying mechanical engineering, and I love Youth on a Mission. And so after going on my first trip, I could not wait for my second one, and then eventually I ended up being part of the Leadership Council. And what an awesome opportunity that was, because it was a chance for me to invite others into this awesome new family and experience that I got to be a part of. It was a chance for me to be bold, just as Christ calls us to be bold in the faith. A chance to lead and invite these other people into that same awesome new idea that I got to experience, and it's that the church is young. The Catholic Church, despite it being the oldest church, is also very much alive still and very young. And there are youth your age, there are youth my age that are out there, and they're looking for the same thing. And with Leadership Council, you have the opportunity to lead and to share as a peer with them, as a Christian with your brothers and sisters.
I've been involved with the mission trips for, I think, since I was in 8th grade, and I started going to the Youth Leadership Council meetings, I think from the very beginning, that first year. And the reason I did it is the reason that I think a lot of you who are on this trip might want to consider joining the council. Because I really liked the feeling that I had on that first mission trip. And I didn't want it to just last that 1 week on the trip. I wanted to extend it all year long because it's just a great feeling. So that's what it really offers to you. It offers you the ability to stay engaged with Youth on a Mission for the entire year, to stay involved in it and to continue that feeling. So if you really enjoyed the trip, I'd say that's probably the biggest reason to join the Youth Leadership Council. As to what you actually do on the council, in the past couple years, you do actually have a bunch of leadership responsibilities. It's actually kind of growing a little bit more now, I think. what I did the past year especially was mostly recruiting for the trips, and that worked out really well for me. We made a club for John Carroll. That was our biggest thing, and we also worked fundraisers. And in the end, that actually helped a lot of my friends go on the mission trips, and I think it helped get a lot of John Carroll kids involved. And that especially holds true for the Bahamas trip, which I just came back from. I had like 13 of my friends with me, and that was a really great experience to be able to share this feeling with everybody. So if you want to do that, if you want to have your friends on the trip, not just for you, but for them so that they can experience it, then I think that's probably the biggest reason to join the Youth Leadership Council.
Over the past 3 years with Youth Leadership Council, I've had the privilege of seeing the program just really benefit from the work we were doing, and that's really honoring to see. One thing was we really increased the involvement. We brought a whole bunch of people in from John Carroll, and it's just a great feeling to be able to share an experience that you love so much, such as the mission trips, with your other friends.
So maybe you're unsure if Leadership Council is for you, or if it's something that you're willing to commit to, or maybe you just don't know if you're able to actually play that part. Trust me, you can do it. Leadership Council was the first opportunity for me to be a leader back in my high school days, and I've grown so much because of that. Christ always calls us to take those small leaps of faith, and this is just an awesome opportunity to do that, because as you continue to give yourself and to serve and to lead others, He is just going to welcome you more and more and love you and reach out to you. So never doubt yourself, never doubt the idea of committing more time to Christ, more time to His church, and more time to your peers by serving in this way. I strongly recommend partaking in Leadership Council. I know it will be great for you. It's done amazing things for me in my life. My first mission trip was back in 2008 in Nashville, Tennessee. That's not true. It was Memphis.
Sorry.
Audio Jungle.
Teachers, as well as adults, strike it.
My name's Joe Sutherland. My first mission trip was back in I totally was looking right at the camera.
Okay, that's enough.
Go Gators.
Go Gators.
Go Gators.
Yeah, that's great.